What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again with another season preview and game-by-game prediction. The Texas Longhorns and my Alabama Crimson Tide. This might be the easiest season preview and game-by-game prediction that I have done. Okay, because I believe in both these teams. So I'm going to talk about Texas Longhorns first. And Steve Sarkisian, Steve Sarkisian has improved each year. Each year he done been at Texas. First year 5-7. Second year I think he went 8-5 in last season. 12-2, won the conference, made an appearance in the playoff. So hey, yeah, Texas is they coming on strong, and they recruiting very well. They using the transfer portal very well. They bringing back most of the team. They bringing back C.J. Baxter at running back. They bringing back Quinn Ewers at quarterback. They took a hit in the wide receiver core and losing Xavier Worthy and Adonai Mitchell, however he pronounced his name. But they got a couple of transfer wide receivers. One, Isaiah Bunn from Alabama, who is a proven wide receiver. And I think Isaiah Bunn can have the type of impact for Texas just like Adonai Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? And on the defensive side of the ball, I think they're going to be pretty much the same, even though they replaced a couple of guys, got a couple of transfers in. But this team didn't lose too much, okay? And if you want to look at their schedule, it's not a team on their schedule that you can automatically say, hey, Texas is going to lose to this team. I know they got some tough opponents on their schedule, but you just can't say Texas will lose to any certain team on their schedule, because I think Texas got the coaching, they got the athletes. Steve Sarkisian got the scheme to beat any team, and I will always say Steve Sarkisian is one of the best offensive minds in the game. Okay, Oklahoma fans talking a lot of trash, because on their season prediction, I picked Texas to beat them. So you already know that's a win that I got for Texas already. But anyway, let's look at Texas schedule, 2024 schedule. Okay, as far as week 1, that's not it. Week 1, August 31st, Colorado State. Don't need to talk about it. They're going to beat Colorado State with no problem. All right, September the 7th, week 2, great matchup. Texas traveled to Ann Arbor, Michigan to take on the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan, they got a new coach. No more GM Harbaugh. They got Sharon Moore. He's been with the program. So these guys gravitate to Sharon Moore. It is a good thing about it. Even though they had a head coaching changeover, they didn't lose too many players to the portal. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing for Michigan. Michigan did lose their quarterback. So now they got Alex Orgy or whatever the hell his name. Michigan Wolverines got a lot of faith in this guy. So we'll see what he brings to the table. They bring him back, running back, Donovan Edwards. I mean, this team is pretty much the same as last year, offensively and defensively. You know what I'm saying? They only replaced one guy on the offensive line and one linebacker on defense with a new face. I'll just say that because, the guys that left or got drafted, they had somebody to come in that was already within the program to take their place. So they don't have too many transfers or freshmen playing. It's going to be pretty much the same faces for the Michigan Wolverines. I know Michigan had the number 1 defense last season. Do I think they can have the number 1 defense this season? No, I don't. Do I think they can be a top 10 defense? That's what I think. I know what they had last year, and I know they bringing back a lot of those faces. But I don't think they'll be the same defense as they was last season. Now, I could be wrong. And then you got to take a pause with Michigan last year anyway because of the alleged scandal that they was in, their little cheating deal I don't know. But anyway, Michigan's going to be pretty much the same offense as last year, pretty much defense, but I don't think that defense will be good as it was last season. I really don't. And I got Texas beating Michigan. Yes, I do. I think, well, Steve Sarkisian, he's a proven head coach. And I know Sharon Moore, he done been in a head coaching role probably half of last season. But hey, he don't got as much experience as Steve Sarkisian. So yeah, I got Texas beating Michigan. Okay, and then week 3 UTSA road runners. Don't need to talk about that. They're gonna beat the hell out of them. Week 4, September 21st, ULM. They're gonna beat the hell out of them. So week 5, September 28th, Mississippi State. They're gonna beat the hell out of them. Mississippi State, I don't know what to say. So yeah, they're gonna start out Texas gonna start out 5-0, and then they go into a bye week October 5th. Come back, they play the Oklahoma Sooners. All right. And the thing about it, all of these games is at home. The first 6 games, 5 of them is at home. The only one that's on the road is Michigan is against Michigan. All right. But October the 12th, they play the Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma they play Oklahoma at a neutral site, okay, in Dallas. So it's just like a home game for Texas. I'll say that. But anyway, Oklahoma fans be pretty hyped for this game. They told me that I need to go check the records of Oklahoma and Texas, the Red River rivalry. Who most likely is going to be the one? I don't give a damn about the history of it. I'm talking about this season. Hell, if you want to look at the history, I know you beat Texas last season by 4 points, but you forgot in 2022, Texas beat your ass 49-0, Mr. Oklahoma. But hey, Oklahoma, I mean, they lost the best offensive threat in Dylan Gabriel. So yeah, that's going down the drain. I mean, you bringing in this quarterback from last year, your backup, Jackson Arnold. We'll see what he about, but he ain't gonna beat no daggone Texas Longhorns. You got a Gavin Sawchuk as your running back. Yeah, you bringing him back, and then your two wide receivers, a couple of them, you're bringing them back. But I believe they was backups from last year. But hey, it's all good. But your defense, I like Brent Venables, defensive minded guy, but I don't think he gonna be able to stop Steve Sarkisian. Not in 2024. I don't. Hell, you really didn't stop him last year. Not 1 year that Steve Sarkisian been the head coach at Texas. You ain't stopped him. Yeah, you got to win, but you ain't stopped him. So, hey, it is what it is. But, yeah, I got Texas beating Oklahoma. Damn sure do. And then they got October 19th, they got the Georgia Bulldogs. They got Oklahoma and Georgia back to back. All right. And again, home game. Georgia got to go to Austin, Texas. I know what type of team Georgia is. You know what I'm saying? I know what type of coach Kirby Smart supposed to be. All right. We're going to find out this season. Is Kirby Smart the type of coach that everybody been saying he is? Because this schedule will prove if he is or if he ain't. That's all I know. But anyway, Georgia Bulldogs bringing back Carson Beck. Lost a couple of running backs, Kendall Milton, and I think they lost to John Edwards. Offensive line, they lost a couple of guys, Cedric Van Pran and I believe Amaris Mims, the 2 best offensive linemen they had. They lost a couple of guys off the defensive line. Who else? Linebacker, Jameis Dumas Johnson. I mean, yeah. And then in the secondary, they lost some guys. Javon Bullock, Kamara Lassiter. I think they lost another guy in the secondary. Tyke Smith. So, yeah. So they lost a few guys, man. It is what it is. It be that way sometime. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, it is what it is, man. You got to work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? But they do bring back Malachi Starks in the secondary. But anyway, They lost some guys offensively and defensively, man. Don't forget that Georgia lost Brock Bowers and Lad McConkey. All right, those two guys was basically they daggone wide receiver core last year, even though Brock Bowers was a tight end. But they are bringing back Raw Thomas, Dominique Lovett. I think that'll be their two go-to guys this season. Got a couple of transfers. What's the guy from Jacoby? Well, he from Miami. They got him. So maybe he'll put in work. Kobe Young, they got him, and they got Landon Humphries from Vandy. So that'll be their wide receiver core. Plus, they bringing back Arian Smith. Arian Smith fast as hell. So yeah. But anyway, can Texas handle the Georgia Bulldogs? In my mind, hell yeah. I even got Texas beating the Georgia Bulldogs. I damn sure do. Yeah. Georgia Bulldogs going to go into Austin, Texas, and catch a L. That's my final word on that. All right, Georgia Bulldogs all up in arms because I picked Texas to beat them on their season preview and game-by-game prediction. But, hey, it is what it is. It's just my opinion. If you don't like it, then oh damn well. I got you losing to Texas. All right, next up, after those Georgia Bulldogs, October 26th, Vandy. Don't need to talk about it. No need to talk about it, even though Texas will be on the road for this game. No need to talk about it. They're going to beat the hell out of Vandy. November the 2nd, they got a bye week. November the 9th, Florida got to go to Austin. I don't need to talk about that either. Billy Napier, man, I don't know. Billy Napier might not even be the head coach for this game. He might be gone before November the 9th, in which I believe he will be. So it is what it is. But, yeah, this will be an easy victory for the Texas Longhorns. All right. Next up, Saturday, November 16th, the Arkansas Razorbacks. That's another win for Texas. All right, Arkansas. Sam Pittman might be gone by this time, too. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, Sam Pittman that can't get it done this season, he's out of there. I don't even need to talk about Florida and Arkansas. They daggone roster or nothing, or who's on the roster, who coming back. Don't need to. They just terrible teams. Vandy, terrible. Mississippi State Bulldogs, terrible. This is pretty much a easy schedule for these Texas Longhorns. All right. November 23rd, Kentucky Wildcats, another game at home for Texas. Okay. Mark Stoops, you might be another one on the chopping block, baby, because you definitely ain't going to be able to get it done. All right, you've been at Kentucky long enough. I don't know why they keep putting faith in you and Sam Pittman. I don't know why these programs keep putting faith in these two guys just for them to not get it done. I guess all they want to do is make a bowl game, and Arkansas can't do that. Kentucky can barely do it. And like I say, Kentucky, they will start off 3-0, 4-0, sometime 5-0 like last season, take a nosedive as soon as they get into SEC play or play the top caliber teams from the SEC. Now, I mean, no matter in the past, if it was SEC East or West, they would take a nosedive. So, yes, I got Texas beating the daggone Kentucky Wildcats. And then, last game, rivalry week, they got the Texas Longhorns. I mean, not Texas Longhorns, but Texas A&M Aggies in College Station. College Station is going to be rocking for this game. I'm telling you, College Station going to be rocking for this game. They got they new head coach in Mike Elko from Duke, a coach that I believe in. All right. It is what it is. First year in the SEC, as a head coach. I think it is. But anyway, Texas, they bringing Connor Wigman back. But they lost their two best players. They lost their two best players. Wide receiver, what was that wide receiver name? Evan Neal. They lost, not Evan Neal. Whatever his damn name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They lost him. I think about Evan Neal. Evan Neal played for Alabama. But anyway, they lost him. And then they lost Walter Nolan off the defensive side of the ball. Lord have mercy. It's going to be a long day for Texas. Now, Texas, they got the linebackers, the offensive line that could deal with with the Texas Longhorns offensive line and their run game and get pressure on the quarterback. But can they sustain that for a whole game, because their secondary is suspect as hell? And that secondary, I think, once again, won't be able to complement the front seven. That's just me. All right. I think Texas A&M will be able to, Evan Stewart, that's his name, who transferred to Oregon. So yeah, but anyway, I think Texas A&M will be able to put up two scores, maybe 17 points, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, but no more than that. And I don't think this front seven can hold up at a high rate that they start out with through 4 quarters. I don't. Not against a Steve Sarkisian offense, because guess what? Steve Sarkisian, he going to come into this game knowing that secondary is weak, and he going to torch their ass. I can tell you that right now. And yeah, I got Texas beating Texas A&M. And guess what? That will make Texas 12-0. That's why I got Texas right now. And if you think I'm crazy, just watch. Now, I got them going 12-0, but there's some games on here that they could possibly lose. All right? They could possibly lose against Oklahoma. They could possibly lose against Georgia. But that's the only 2 teams I think that might be able to get them. But if I look at Oklahoma Sooners roster, I don't think it's better than Texas roster. If I look at the Georgia Bulldogs roster, I think those rosters are even. And I'm going to go with the offensive-minded coach. And Steve Sarkisian is a better offensive mind than Mike Bobo. Yes, he is, because Steve Sarkisian the one calling the plays for the Texas Longhorns, and Mike Bobo is the one calling the plays for the Georgia Bulldogs. So who you got? Who would you take? That's just me. Defensively, is Texas defense going to be, or is it better than Georgia's? I ain't saying it is. But I know for a fact that Texas offense is going to be better than Georgia's offense. I know as far as play calling. I know that. So, yeah, Texas 12-0. All right, moving on to my Alabama Crimson Tide, the time that you all been waiting for, especially if you are an Alabama fan. Let's pull up my Alabama Crimson Tide schedule. Anyway, we're going to talk about, we got old Kalen the boy, first season as the head coach of my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I forgot to mention that, yeah, Texas Longhorns, they ain't in the Big 12 no more. They are now in the SEC, and I still got them going 12-0. And now my Alabama Crimson Tide under Coach Kalen DeBoer, the great one, Nick Saban, retired, but he's still in the building, and you haters hate it. But anyway, Coach Kalen DeBoer, nothing but a winner. All right, been a Power 5 head coach for 2 seasons, 25-3 overall after taking over 4-18. Won his conference last season. Went on to play in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but a winner. All right, came into Alabama on a recruiting tear. That's what he owned. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. Okay, now let's talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. Yes, we lost some players to the draft, lost some players to the portal. Matter of fact, I think we lost 17 players after Nick Saban retired. And you might say, hey, y'all lost so many people. Look at the roster from last year and the roster from this year. Tell me how many of those people we lost in the transfer portal was impact players. I can tell you, no more than 4. No more. And you can take one off if you want to. I just added them on there. Well, yeah, I'll say 4. Roydell Williams, Isaiah Bunn, Caleb Downs. And I put Amari Knee Black on there. Night Black, whatever the hell you want to call him. But yeah, I'll say those 4 in the transfer portal. Now, we did lose some players in the draft, like running back Jason McClellan, and wide receiver freaking Jermaine Hands Burton, defensive side of the ball, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Terry on at the cornerbacks. So yeah, we lost some people. So, hey, but guess what? We replace at a high rate with highly talented, experienced individuals. That's what we replaced our players that then moved on with. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we got J.M. Miller coming back at running back. Jace McClellan coming back at running back. Jalen Milroe coming back at quarterback. You know, we bringing back most of the offensive line with Jaden Roberts, Tyler Booker, Caden Proctor. You know, then we got the best center from 2023 transferred over to us from Washington. And I believe it's going to be Wilkin Formula taking over that left tackle position. This just might be one of the great Alabama offensive lines. I hope it is anyway. All right, but anyway, wide receivers, man, bringing back Kendrick Law and Kobe Prentice. What a great Jalen Hale went down during the spring. I hate it. He could have did great things for it. But we brought in Jeremy Bernard, baby. Woo-wee. Then we got Ryan Williams. I can talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide roster all day. All right, all day. That defensive line, it ain't going to be no joke either. It ain't going to be no joke either. We bring back a lot of guys on that offensive line. Jaheim Otis, Tim Smith. You know what I'm saying? Big boy in the middle. God damn it, how I forget this guy's name. Anyway, big guy in the middle, wreaking havoc. Y'all know who he is. Shit, I forget his name. I got his face in my head, but I forgot his name. But that's okay. Y'all will find out who he is. But anyway, in the backfield, yeah, we lost some people, but we bringing some people back, man. Devontae Smith, you know what I'm saying? Malachi Moore. You know, we going to be all right. Then we got Keon Saul about the transfer portal. DeMonte Jackson, man. We going to be all right. And this freshman class ain't no joke. We going to be all right, man. Tim Keenan, that's who I was thinking about. Big man in the middle, wreaking havoc on all our damn opponents. All right? Let's look at our schedule. Let's look at my Alabama Crimson Tide schedule. Where we at? Okay, August 31st, Western Kentucky, win. Ain't no point in talking about that. September 2nd, week 2, USF Bulls, win. Ain't no use in talking about that. September 14th, Wisconsin Badgers. I don't give a damn. That's a Power 5 program out of the Big Ten. Win. They can't compete with my Alabama Crimson Tide. They roster ain't as good as my roster. They coaching staff ain't as good as my coaching staff. They quarterback ain't as good as my quarterback. They running backs ain't as good as my running backs. They wide receivers ain't as good as my running backs. And they defense ain't going to be as good as my defense. I can guarantee you that. Win. Don't need to talk about it. September 21st, a bye. September 28th. This is the damn week that'll tell it all. The Georgia Bulldogs in Tuscaloosa. Mind you, we got to go to Madison, Wisconsin to take on those Wisconsin Badgers. It don't matter. All right. Georgia Bulldogs, September 28th, Bryant-Denny Stadium. And just like we do in Atlanta, just like we do when we go to Athens, we going to whoop them Georgia Bulldogs' ass in Bryant-Denny. Believe that. Believe that. Coach Kalen DeVoy is about to run circles around that damn, what you call him, Mike Bobo. He about to run circles around him and show him how a real play caller call plays. Even though we got Nick Sheridan as the offensive coordinator, he gonna run circles around Mike Bobo and show him what it is to meet a real damn offense, not a daggone Tommy Reese or Bill O'Brien offense. Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan know how to use the talent they got. And at Alabama, they got the best. So yes, my Alabama Crimson Tide gonna run all up and down the field on them damn Georgia Bulldogs. My Alabama Crimson Tide defense You laughed at them in the spring game. Watch the difference in the daggone a real game. All right. And just like in the SEC championship, how them Georgia Bulldogs folded against a Tommy Rees offense, it ain't going to be nothing for Coach Kalen DeBoer to run through their ass and Nick Sheridan. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. And I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia Bulldogs, you ain't going to be no better than what you were last season. And as a matter of fact, you got a formidable schedule in 2024. You might be even worse. No more cupcakes. All those cupcake years are over for you. Okay? So you come into Bryant-Denny Stadium and take a L. All right? So my Alabama Crimson Tide will be 4-0 after we beat the hell out the Georgia Bulldogs by at least 17 points. Roll damn Tide. Anyway, let me get off that. Those nobodies. Anyway, Saturday, October the 5th, my Alabama Crimson Tide got to travel to Nashville, Tennessee to take on those Vanderbilt Commodores. Don't need to be talked about. Win October the 12th. South Carolina Gamecocks come into Bryant-Denny Stadium. Win. All right, Shane Beamer, it might be your last year as the daggone head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks that I call chickens, okay? I know these South Carolina Gamecocks get mad with me because I call them chickens and they tell me a Gamecock is a rooster. I don't give a damn. It's still a chicken. A damn rooster is a damn male chicken and a hen is a female chicken. All right? All of it's damn chicken. When I go to Popeyes, KFC, whatever it is, chicken spot, you know what I'm saying? The wing spot, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't say give me 6 damn rooster wings or 6 hen wings. I say give me 6 chicken wings. So you're chickens and you're going to take a L when you come to a Bryant-Denny Stadium. All right. October 19th, third Saturday in October. And my Alabama Crimson Tide travels to not Nashville, Knoxville, Tennessee, Neyland Stadium, Rocket Top. And these Tennessee fans, they all hype because last time my Alabama Crimson Tide went into Neyland Stadium, my Alabama Crimson Tide took a L. And it took everything Tennessee had, plus the refs, to beat my Alabama Crimson Tide by a measly 3 points, man, after my Alabama Crimson Tide missed a field goal that would have gave us the win. They don't tell you that, though, all right? They tell you the good parts, but they don't tell you the rest of it, okay? 3 points. But you got to understand, Tennessee Volunteers, every season, my Alabama, besides that one, every time we come into Knoxville, we're whooping ass. And this ain't going to be no difference. And yes, I know you got Nico, the $8 million man. I know you got Dylan Sampson coming back as a running back. But you got to remember, he would have been a backup for 2 or 3 years already. I know you got Brew McCoy and Squirrel White coming back. I know you got a pretty good offensive line, a pretty good front seven on defense. But your secondary is straight trash. And guess what? Coach Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan, and this highly explosive offense finna expose that ragged ass secondary. We don't need a great offensive line to beat the Tennessee Volunteers as you seen last season. All right, we don't need that. We definitely don't need that. And I'm gonna tell you, Josh Heupel, he ain't the offensive mind, the offensive guru that Coach Kalen DeBoer is. I'm gonna tell you that now. And guess what? Josh Heupel ain't working with the talent that Josh Heupel working with. So yes, my Alabama Crimson Tide coming to Neyland Stadium, Knoxville, Rocket Top, and taking over and giving you an L, Tennessee. So yes, my Alabama Crimson Tide is going to beat the hell out the Tennessee Volunteers by double digits too. All right, October 26th, Missouri Tigers coming into Bryant-Denny Stadium. Missouri, as I told you, and I done told you, you was a one-off last season. You will not have the type of season you had last season. Eli Drinkwitz is not that great of a coach. Okay, a one-off. You won a lot of those games because of Cody Schrader. All right, just like LSU won a lot of their games because of Jaden Daniels. All right, I'm just saying. Missouri, you was a one-off. I don't care you got Luther Burton and bringing back old daggone on Brady Cook. I don't care. Brady Cook, he freezes up in big games, and we saw that last season against those Georgia Bulldogs. Froze, start throwing interceptions in the fourth quarter like he didn't know what the hell to do. You can attribute that to the defense of Georgia, but hell, Cody Schrader, he was very experienced and had plenty of real game time experience to know better than to do that shit. But anyway, I don't care who you got, who you bring back. You taking an L. Alabama gonna beat your ass in Tuscaloosa, Missouri. All right, November the 2nd, Alabama got a bye. November the 9th, we got to go to Baton Rouge, Death Valley to take on those LSU Tigers. And oh boy, those Tigers, then they fans, they be talking a lot of mad shit during the off season. But when it's actually game time, they be on mute. Nothing to say. The mute mouth. And get what? My Alabama gonna shut down them LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge and shut Matt Moscona ass up. You can believe that. You ain't got it, LSU. I know y'all count on Gary Nussmeier. I see a lot of shit. Oh, y'all keep counting Nussmeier out. It's gonna take more than Nussmeier. All right? It's gonna take more than him. So, hey, it is what it is. Jaden Daniels ain't there no more. He saved you in a lot of games. Malik Neighbors ain't there no more. Brian Thomas Jr. ain't there no more. All right? Logan Diggs ain't there no more. Your defense trash. Trash. I know you brought in some new guys on your staff like Bo Davis. It ain't going to make no damn difference when it comes to my Alabama Crimson Tide. We're going to mollywop your ass in dang Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So get ready for it. A win for my Alabama Crimson Tide. All right. Saturday, November the 16th. No point in talk about it. Mercer Bears coming to Tuscaloosa. Just don't show up. A win for my Alabama Crimson Tide. Then Saturday, November 23rd, we got to travel. Alabama got to travel to Norman, Oklahoma. It don't damn matter. It don't matter. All right, Brent Venables, you ain't got enough. All right, that damn quarterback you got, if he make it this far, that's all I'm saying. If he make it to my Alabama Crimson Tide, we're going to be all on his ass. You don't have enough for my Alabama Crimson Tide, offensively or defensively. I know you bringing back your running back, but guess what? He too was a backup from last season. He going to see what it's like to play a real college football program, an elite college football program at the highest level. You ain't got a cornerback nor a safety that's going to be able to stop my wide receivers or Coach Kalen DeBoer's wide receiver. You ain't got a defensive guy that's going to, like I say, be able to stop our wide receivers nor our damn running back. We're going to run all over you. Like I said, I done talked about Oklahoma enough. Okay? Enough to know that they can't beat my Alabama Crimson Tide, and my Alabama Crimson Tide going to go into Norman, Oklahoma and whoop that ass. All right? And then, after we beat the hell out of Oklahoma, and what those Auburn Tigers coming into Tuscaloosa. And I tell you what, Auburn Tigers, you definitely ain't got enough. This might be Hugh Freeze last season as the head coach of the Auburn Tigers. Now, well, no, this is second season. So, yeah, they'll give him another chance. But, hey, it's going to start the end of Coach Hugh Freeze, the way my Alabama Crimson Tide going to beat his ass. All right? I know how you get up and play for my Alabama Crimson Tide in damn Jordan-Hare Stadium. But Brian Denny is a whole different animal. All right? You done gave us some tough matches in Jordan-Hare. But then when you come into Brian Denny Stadium, it ain't even a damn game. And it ain't going to be no game in 2024 because my Alabama Crimson Tide going to beat the hell out you. You better find something, a replacement for Peyton Thorne. I can tell you that right now. Because guess what? All season, we're going to have bandits and wolves on everybody's ass. I can tell you that right now. And yes, my Alabama Crimson Tide is going to beat the hell out the Auburn Tigers too. And my Alabama Crimson Tide going to end the 2024 regular season 12-0. So yeah, I did it. I just did a season preview and game by game prediction on both the Texas Longhorns and my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I got both of them going 12-0. And I know a lot of y'all going to disagree with me, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't like talking to people who agree with me on everything anyway, because I like talking shit. And I can't talk shit to people if they agree with me on everything I say. So I like talking to people who don't agree with me so I can talk shit and prove their ass wrong each and every day. Now y'all be blessed. And I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And roll, damn Tide.